Countries that have waged war on Iran based on historical and modern conflicts where they initiated or engaged in direct, significant military campaigns against Iranian territorial forces. These conflicts span Iran's history as Persia and the modern Islamic Republic. 1. Macedonia, Ancient Greece, Greco-Persian Wars, circa 334 to 330 BCE. Alexander the Great, leading the Macedonian Empire, invaded the Achaemenid Persian Empire under Darius III. His campaign culminated in the conquest of Persia, including key battles like Issus, 333 BCE, and Gaugamela, 331 BCE, leading to the fall of Persepolis and the end of Achaemenid rule. This was a direct invasion of Persian territory, Second Roman Empire, and later Byzantine Empire. Roman-Persian Wars, 92 BCE, 628 CE. The Roman Empire and its successor, the Byzantine Empire, engaged in multiple wars with Persia's Parthian and Sassanid empires over centuries. Notable instances include Trajan's invasion, 114 to 117 CE, which briefly captured Mesopotamia, and Heraclius' campaigns, 622 to 628 CE, against the Sassanids, recovering territories after Persian advances. These wars often involved invasions of Persian soil, such as the Roman sack of Ctesiphon. Third Arab Caliphates, Umayyad and Abbasid, Muslim conquest of Persia, 633 to 654 CE. The Rashidun Caliphate, followed by the Umayyad Caliphate, invaded the Sassanid Persian Empire, leading to its collapse. Key battles like Al-Qadisiyah, 636 CE, and Nahavan, 642 CE, resulted in the conquest of Persian territories and the Islamization of Iran. This was a direct war of conquest initiated by the Arab forces. Mongol Empire, known as Mongol invasion of Persia, 1219 to 1258 CE. Genghis Khan and later Mongol leaders invaded the Khwarezmian Empire, a Persianate state in modern Iran and Central Asia, devastating cities like Samarkand and Bukhara. The Mongols later established the Ilkhanate in Persia after further campaigns under Hulagu Khan, including the sack of Baghdad, 1358 CE. This was a clear case of aggressive warfare against Persian territories. Fifth Timurid Empire, known as Timur's conquests, 1380s to 1390s. Timur, Tamerlane, leading his Central Asian empire, conducted campaigns against Persian states, including the Muzaffarids and Kartids. He invaded Iran, capturing cities like Isfahan and Shiraz, often with brutal massacres. These were direct military campaigns targeting Persian territories. Sixth Ottoman Empire, known as Ottoman Safavid Wars, 1532 to 1823 intermittent. The Ottoman Empire fought multiple wars against Safavid Persia, often over control of Mesopotamia and the Caucasus. Notable conflicts include the Battle of Chaldiran, 1514, where the Ottomans under Selim Thurwan defeated the Safavids, and subsequent campaigns that saw territorial exchanges, such as the Ottoman capture of Baghdad, 1534. The Ottomans initiated several of these wars, invading Persian territory. 7. Russian Empire, known as Russo-Persian Wars, 1651 to 1828 multiple. Russia waged several wars against Qajar Persia, notably the wars of 1804 to 1813 and 1826 to 1828. The Russians invaded Persian territories in the Caucasus, leading to the treaties of Golistan, 1813, and Turkmenchay, 1828, which forced Persia to cede territories like Georgia, Armenia, and Azerbaijan. These were direct invasions initiated by Russia. 8. United Kingdom, British Empire, known as Anglo-Persian War, 1856 to 1857. Britain declared war on Qajar Persia over disputes regarding Herat in modern Afghanistan. British forces, primarily from British India, invaded southern Iran, capturing Bushire and defeating Persian forces at the Battle of Kushab, 1857. The war ended with the Treaty of Paris, 1857, forcing Persia to relinquish claims to Herat. Also during World War II, British and Soviet forces occupied Iran in 1941 to secure Allied supply routes, ignoring Iran's neutrality. While not a declared war, This was a military invasion of Iranian territory, 9th Soviet Union, known as Anglo-Soviet Invasion of Iran, 1941. During World War II, the Soviet Union, alongside the UK, invaded neutral Iran to secure oil fields and supply routes against potential Axis influence. Soviet forces occupied northern Iran, deposing Reza Shah. The invasion involved significant military operations, including airstrikes and ground assaults. The Soviets withdrew in 1946 under UN pressure. Iraq, known as Iran-Iraq War, 1980 to 1988. Iraq, under Saddam Hussein, initiated a full-scale invasion of Iran on September 22, 1980, targeting the oil-rich Khuzestan province and aiming to seize control of the Shatt al-Arab waterway. The war, lasting 8 years, involved massive ground offensives, airstrikes, and chemical weapons used by Iraq, resulting in approximately 500,000 deaths, with Iran suffering the majority of casualties. The conflict ended with a UN-brokered ceasefire in 1988, with no territorial changes. Iraq received support from the US, UK, Soviet Union, France, and most Arab states, while Iran was backed by Syria, Libya, and others. 11th Israel, known as Israel-Iran War, 2025 to present. On June 13, 2025, Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, a large-scale military campaign targeting Iran's nuclear facilities, e.g., Natanz, Fordow, Isfahan, missile sites, and military leadership, including IRGC commanders and nuclear scientists. The attacks, described as the most significant since the Iran-Iraq War, killed over 200 civilians and disrupted Iran's military capabilities. Iran retaliated with missile and drone attacks on Israel, escalating into a direct war. The conflict, ongoing as of June 18, 2025, stems from Israel's perception of Iran's nuclear program as an existential threat, despite U.S. intelligence assessments, March 2025, indicating Iran is not actively pursuing nuclear weapons. The other special cases. United States. The U.S. has not directly waged a declared war on Iran, but engaged in significant military actions during the Iran-Iraq War, e.g. Operation Praying Mantis in 1988, destroying Iranian naval assets, and shot down Iran Air Flight 655 in 1988, killing 290 civilians. These were not full-scale wars, but escalated tensions. Recent U.S. support for Israel's 2025 campaign and threats from President Trump, e.g., demanding Iran's unconditional surrender, suggest potential for direct conflict. But as of June 18, 2025, no direct U.S. invasion or war has occurred. Proxy conflicts. Iran has been involved in numerous proxy conflicts, e.g., supporting Hezbollah, Hamas, or Houthis, but these do not constitute direct wars waged on Iran. For example, Iran's support for militias in Iraq, Syria, or Yemen has led to U.S. or Israeli strikes on Iranian-backed forces, but these are not invasions of Iran itself. Like and subscribe.